Hey, what's up guys? Jake here. Welcome back to another episode of My Time Gaming. I'm sorry, I actually have to dub over this episode because for some reason when I was recording it didn't capture my audio. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to commentate what I've already built. So when I got here I looked at this and I said, you know what, I don't like the way that this looks, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little, because see, it was like way too much, so I just kind of did the same. I added another pillar, let me put it that way. So what it is, I came out with that white concrete and I just came up straight up, so it's straight up there. It's like it's even with that light gray concrete. So I just came up all the way, and I think it was 10 blocks high, but you can double check. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, yeah, 10 blocks high, and it comes back like that. So I think that added a little bit of character, made it look a little bit better doing that actually. So then I just went in and I broke the windows and I just filled it up with that white concrete. So I like the way that this looks. I like the way it turned out. I'm liking the front, and I'm going to go ahead and just break this tree out of the way real quick because it's in the way, obviously. But I'll just go ahead and clear that out so we know we don't have to deal with it later. Just go ahead and get that over with. So yeah, so like I was sitting there and I was recording my entire episode. Like, this is a 30-minute episode, right? So I'm sitting there, I have the whole thing recorded, and I go back to play it just to listen over it, and the audio file is gone. Like, it did not record at all. So that was kind of devastating. So I'm going to come over here, and what I did is I looked over here and I was like, well, we need a door, but I didn't like the way that that looked, so I just added this in, and then I was like, let's change it just a little bit, so, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to keep it to where we still had that nice wall there, that contrast again. So I just added the glass in there, but I kept the pillar this way, so it still looks the same, but it's a little different. That way, we can actually still have that doorway there and still have that wall. But yeah, I started like doing this stuff. See, I used to just put like regular doors on everything, and then I found that that cool glass design, so it looks like a door, but it's not. So you don't have to worry about it, and especially for modern builds and stuff like that, that's what I use, just because it looks better. Now later on you'll see that I do some exterior doors, and when I do those exterior doors, it's going to be actual doors. So yeah, and I just came out and I added that light gray concrete, and I'm just going to add this gray concrete in here, and see what I did here, and I'm going to talk about it. See, I have this built on a mountainside, obviously, and there's a little place that I put there. I put that that gray concrete in, but you don't have to do that if you're going to build it for like a city, or you're going to build it something on the flat world. See, it's different, so that way, like here it's 3 high and it's 4, so that's going to be 4 high, but if you're going to do it regular, it's just going to be 3. So 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to break this and put that, yeah, 7, then I'm going to do, so it's just 7 right now. And see, I didn't really like the way that that contrasted right there, so I'm going to add some bushes in there in just a second. So I just did that 7 high then, and I'm going to fill this in with some nice black stained glass. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the build. I had a great time with it, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, see what I do here is when I had a hard time with that, I was like, but I don't like the way that this turns out. See, you got the white mixing with that gray, and it just doesn't work. And I was like, well, I'll put grass here, and then I was like, no, let's not put grass, let's put spruce leaves, because spruce leaves are some of my favorite. I absolutely love spruce leaves. So I just filled that in there like that with the spruce leaves, and I come around the front actually, and I wound up breaking all that grass over there too. So there was no point in keeping it. See, I thought I was going to have it and then just put everything on that level, but I wound up not doing that. So I'm just going to go ahead and add all the spruce leaves, which is pretty simple. You just go around that edge and add them. So I broke all of this out of the way, and I do apologize about that lag. It's kind of aggravating, but you know, it happens. But one thing that I really did make sure to do with these videos and things is that I didn't want to do like on a shaders pack or on a texture pack or anything. I wanted to do straight Minecraft, because let's say you're doing it in Pocket Edition. Well, you can't do the same thing in Pocket Edition, or you can't do the same thing on the console. You don't have the same texture packs. So what I did is I just did straight Minecraft on the default texture pack and made it look, and just kind of went with it. So if you can make it look nice with the default, then it would look even better with the texture pack. And if you want to do it with a texture pack, you're more than welcome. But I just did straight Minecraft. So I'm going to go ahead and add... Okay, I thought I was going to add railing, but apparently not yet. I'm going to add that decking though, and all of my decking in this video is all dark oak wood, because I really love dark oak wood. It is fantastic. It's some of my favorite, just because it looks, I don't know, I like the way it looks, especially with the modern builds and things like that. It looks really good, and I do apologize about that lag. I'm going to have to do something about it. But yes, it is fantastic. I do love dark oak wood, but I'm not going to do the dark oak wood on the inside just because that wouldn't make sense to do. I don't like having that decking, that outside look for the inside, So what I wound up doing over here is we have a garage door, not garage door, a garage, and I was like, well, I don't want to do anything, super super detailed or just put glass there, so I just wound up doing a plain wall. So I came out with that light gray. So I came out, what is it, I'm not really sure how far did that come out. So then I did that. Let's see if we're going to go back and count again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I'm not really sure how long that is, I'm sorry. I think it's 7, I believe. I do believe. See, like I said, I had to dub over this, so it's kind of hard. So I did, okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's out 3 like that. So see, I did 6, and then I came out. So it's going to be 4 tall, and that's 6 right there. So then I came out with that that white concrete just out 3, and I did it up 5, and I think I did it up 6. Yeah, I did it up 6 like that. So then I'm going to put my railing in here, and see, I had to go back and change that color of railing. Got to do that that dark black, that black glass. I like the way that looks. So I just came back with that as well, just kind of connect it, make it not so disconnected anyway. Put the spruce leaves, man, I'm telling you, I love spruce leaves. They're great. They look really good to me. Like, I like the way that they look. They're the best kind. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some glowstone in there for nighttime. And in this build, see, I didn't add a whole lot of glowstone because I did it all in the daytime. So if you're building this, you're gonna want to probably go back and do some so put in some glowstone, add in some glowstone where needed anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my door frame, which is just a simple door frame with that white concrete. So it's just up 3 over 2, and then I just came out 2 right here. See, I just came out 2 with that light gray, and I'm gonna pull around. See, now I have a hard time with this area because I kind of didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it yet. So I was kind of like, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? So you'll notice me going back and forth a lot. Like this that I'm building right now, I changed completely. I'm like, well, I like that, but that's not what I want. So I start filling stuff in, and I'm like, well, I don't know, if this is what I want or not. So then I don't do that, and I go back and I change it again, and I see what it looks like this way. So then I made a 2 kind of, And I'm like, well, that's okay. You know, I liked it kind of. So then I did, I started messing with it, you know, and just kind of seeing. And I'm sorry about that. That wasn't, okay, yeah, no. Anyway, I'm sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. See, like I said, I mixed it up. I looked again and again and again, and I was like, do I like this? Do I not like this? Is this how I want to do it? No, not really, because it doesn't go with the rest of the house. You know, it doesn't add up. So I think this is what I settled with. I think so. Or I'm close to it, I think. Like I said, it took me forever on this one. This was the hardest part, probably, of the house, honestly, doing this sidewall, because it's so important. But yeah, so I think it wound up being a 4-part series. 2 for the exterior. No. Yeah. 4 parts. Yeah, 2 exterior, 2 interior. On the last interior, we did some outside work too. So the house is finished, and I like the way that it turned out. It was a lot of fun. So, like I said, I changed it up again and again, and I kept looking at it, and I kept looking at it, and I kept looking at it. And so I finally came to a conclusion, I think, at some point, eventually. I probably should have just cut and edited this out of the video, but I think that may have been what I went with right there. I know I've said that a couple times now, but I think it is, really. Yeah, that's what I went with. So it's just a little simple 3x2, and then I think it's going to be 6 tall, I believe. So I went ahead and I broke all this grass out of the way because we don't need it. It's just in the way. And there's that lag again, which is just so awful. It's atrocious. It bothers me so much. But it'll be okay, I think. I hope so. But yeah, so the exterior turned out great. The interior turned out great. The landscaping turned out great. And I really had a good time on this build. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in with that dark oak right here. And I think it's 4x6, I believe. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, 4x6, I believe. So, or 4x5, maybe. 4x5, I believe. And this actually winds up being the entrance to the second floor. I mean, that deck's still there, but it winds up being where you come up to go onto the second floor, because I got in there, and you'll see that in the next episode. Actually, I got in there and I wound up doing a little overhang into the living room from the second floor, so you can see, you know. And so when I did that, I just wound up doing just an outside entrance. That way you aren't having to use that side inside. So I wound up doing, okay, no, I'm sorry, I did that gray by 5, that's 5 tall, and then this new white one's 2, you know, it's like out 2 and up 7, and that's the white concrete. So and I like the way that looks. And once again, I'll make the point, and if you're gonna do a modern build and you're not gonna do this type of building, the height differentiation definitely is something that's important, at least in my builds, because when you do that, it kind of doesn't make everything so squared off and everything so, you know, exactly the same, and that way you're doing a little bit different. So I came up on this one, like I said, that one was 7 tall, and this one's going to be 8 tall, and back 3 like that, just to give it a little bit of a different flavor, you know, a different look. So, and then I came out with that gray, that light gray, and that's actually that terracotta, if you're wondering what that is that I just did. That one right up top, right there, that was 8 tall and back 3. That's the that's that CN terracotta, I think is how you say it. I think I said cayenne in here a couple times. So, but I think it's cyan. I don't know. Either way, it's just that terracotta, that gray terracotta. I'm sorry. I've been yawning. I'm tired. Um, yeah, I think I was looking at some different options here, and I was like, how do I want to do this? So I just got that white concrete, and I came around like that, and then I was like, well, do I want to do it all the way back? Nope, nope, not spruce leaves either. So I think it's going to be that I broke all that. So I did that pillar right there is 7 tall. So I wound up doing this, I believe, what is that? That's, I'm not really sure. I should have counted. I don't know if I did or not. Did I? I'm going to go ahead and set the time back. So I did one, let's see, are we going to count? We're going to count? I don't know, I should have counted. I didn't know. Oh me, oh me. And then I wound up just filling that in, so that's 5. Okay, so then the outside there is going to be 7 long. I'm sorry about that. So it's going to be 7 long on that outside. Since that was 5, that's going to be 7. And then that we have our garage down here, and I wind up not making it a garage. I still keep the garage door though, as you'll see in the next episode. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing right here. I was messing with something apparently. I probably didn't know what I was doing then when I was doing it, you know, because I recorded this at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I think. So yeah, I was a wee bit tired at that point. So what am I looking for now? I'm looking for, I don't know. Oh, I think I was looking for the flooring. I was like, but I don't want to do a marble or anything like that, or like granite or anything. So I believe that's what it was. So I came back, says 3-4, and I was having a hard time with this because how skinny it would be. So I wound up coming back that exact amount, or actually one more, I think. So I wound up coming back 5 maybe. Or did I come back 4? I came back 4, and then it's 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I did 6, and I came out 4 again. And then I think did I come out farther that time? I can't remember if I kept it or not. So that's 5, 6. Okay, I came out 6 too. And then I wound up doing 1, and I did that all the way around. So so I did that 6. I came out 6 like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I did 7, and I did an outside too. So it's a double. So you know what I mean. So then I just filled in with my white concrete down here, which is where our windows will, you know, line up. And I was sitting there, I changed that time back today, and it didn't do anything. And I was like, what in the world? But it wound up being just that the weather was it's just dark outside because the weather on the game. So okay, and I came over one more. So it's simple with this. All I did is I just traced that exact thing that I just counted out, and so that's where the windows will line up. So you don't have to count all that again. Shouldn't have to anyway. And then I'll filled in that grass there. Okay, so I'm just going to get that black stained glass and we'll fill that in, I think is what's about to happen. Should be. Yeah, so then I'll fill this in with that white concrete, and that's just 4. And then I did, yeah, then I did that gray concrete, and I just did it 4 high as well from right there. I started right there, and I just did it 4 high. And once again, like I said, the height differentiation is key when you're doing a modern build. Make sure that, well, you don't have to if you don't want to. Some modern builds look better without the height differentiation, but in something like this, I would always recommend it. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But if you want to do a solid all the way through, just all the same height, you can. And you can still make some pretty cool modern builds with everything being pretty much level, you know. But like I said, me on the other hand, I like to keep it different, you know, different heights and stuff. So I came back and I just traced that exact same thing again with that white concrete. You see? So I just did the white concrete exactly the same way I just did that gray concrete, the light gray concrete. So I'm just going to pull it around the exact way, exactly the same like I said. And I'm going to bring that that gray up 3 more blocks, I believe. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, so 3 blocks like that. And then I'm going to fill this in with glass. And I think I got the roofing done in this video. So I did the glass and the roofing, I think, and then that was it. But this was not the longest episode. The longest episode was the last episode because I was trying to get everything squeezed in. But also I try not to make these videos too long, because if they're super long, you know, then you aren't going to want to sit here and watch the whole thing. Okay, and then I raised that one more. But like I said, with that, and then it's super easy with what I did with that light gray too. I just came back one and I traced it out again. So doing those kinds of things adds style to it, but it's super easy. You know, I mean, it's an easy way to make it look good. But I got on here, and like I said, I think I've said it in maybe a couple different of these episodes in this series. I got on here, I normally play 1.8.9, so I got on here and I saw this concrete, and I was like, really, okay, I like this a lot. This is new to me. So this is my first build ever with the concretes, and I like how smooth the concrete is. It's definitely great for the modern builds, see, because when you're doing the quartz blocks don't work out exactly the same. The quartz blocks are kind of, I don't know, the quartz blocks are kind of, you can, you know, tell the difference. So this is a little bit more realistic feel, and I really like it. So there, like I said, what I did on top is what I'm going to do right here. I'm just going to trace that out with that white concrete, and it looks skinny right there. It looks very skinny, but I'm going to make these bedrooms, so those will just be our doorways. But yeah, so something pretty simple. The whole design wasn't too complicated. I try to make it as simple as possible. And walking through step by step like this, it shouldn't be anything hard to design. And I'm really wondering what I'm going to do next. I'm thinking about what I should do next, you know. But I actually won't be on. I won't be uploading for probably about a week span because I'm going to be out of town. So when I'm out of town, I'll be checking, you know, YouTube and stuff. And if you guys message me or something, then I'll definitely be here. But yeah, just a week I'll be out of town and I'll be uploading again. So I mean, that may not be important to you, to some of these people, because you may be watching this video a year from when it was posted, and it may be watching it 2 years from when it's posted, and then by that time there'll be many videos. But for those of you who are watching this as the day is published, or a couple days after, or even the week after, the next video is coming very soon. It'll be coming within probably about a week or so. But those videos are just going to be the exterior, not exterior, interior and stuff. So you'll have the exterior if you're building it right now, and then you can do, you know, what you want to with the interior. But I did, you know, I did my take on the interior on this house, how I would have done it anyway. So see, you can see me adding glowstone around some of that stuff on the top there, and that's just to give it at nighttime. Because see, like I said, in this build we did most of it in the daytime, so add glowstone where it's needed. But I did that so it will be lit up. You know, you can actually see it. But I'm looking forward to doing some more modern houses with this concrete. I love it. It's amazing. It's so smooth. So I'm going to do that simple L shape again with that light gray, and that's going to be three tall right there. And I think I come up a little bit more, yeah. So 3 tall, 4 tall, 5 tall. Yeah, so 5. And it's just that simple L shape, and I'm going to come back with that color. Yeah, okay. And that was the terracotta, I'm sorry, and this is the light gray concrete. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so then I had some trouble with this. I was kind of like, is this how I want to make it look, or is this, you know, do we want to do something different? And then right here I did my simple door design again, and I love it. It's so simple, but it looks so, I mean, it looks really good. It looks a lot better than putting just a straight door in there, you know. So yeah, so then I just add this in here, and it wound up looking really good. I like the way that it turned out. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill in that top with that dark oak, the same for the decking. And I mean, if you want to make the roof a deck, you are more than welcome to do that. The house is yours entirely. So what I did is I came back with that white concrete, and I just traced it out because I didn't want to make the ceilings too high. So I just did that white concrete like that, and then I filled in with that. See, it looks fine. It doesn't look too high or anything. And I don't know what we'll do next. Just let me know, guys. Just let me know what you want to see. I'm really excited. Really excited. I enjoy doing this. I love building in Minecraft. I've been building and doing it for. I've done it for servers. I've done it for myself. I've done it for other videos and things. So it's a lot of fun. It's something I enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy it just as much as I do, if not more. You know. So the last thing in this episode I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in. Am I filling in the floor too? Did I do the floor in this episode? No. Yes? No. Okay, so no, I just cleared that out for the windows. I was wondering, I was like, there's no way. That's the interior. Yeah, so I just go ahead and I'm going to add my black stained glass in. And that's really about all for the episode after that. You just gotta put that black stained glass in. And that lag, man, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to do something about that. Ever since I've turned a couple different things off in the settings, so maybe it isn't, you know, maybe it won't be so laggy. But it does happen, and I hate it. But, you know, we'll make it through it. We will definitely make it through. We are Mind Time Gaming, guys. Come on. We'll make it through. So I'm just going to fill that in completely, or as much as, you know, much as I possibly can. And just filling that in with that black stained glass. I don't really have much to say about it. So yeah, that's the entire house. That's the back there. Even looks good in lightning. This is the side view from the mountainside, and it's a little dark, but you know, it'll be alright. And that's the front view. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time. Right here, apparently the weather command isn't working for me. So guys, have a great time. Come back and watch us again. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed everything. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends about us, share us on Facebook, check out our Facebook page. You can give us a like on Facebook as well. So guys, I've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. and comment and just let me know what else you want to see. And I'm definitely down for anything. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some of your ideas. Maybe we'll do some city builds, maybe we'll do some skyscraper builds, and different things like that. And whatever you want to do, we will do. So guys, thank you. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.